So starting with your chapter 5th. So your chapter 5th name is work, power, energy. Okay, so now moving to these terms, we'll first understand what is work, power and energy separately. Okay, so energy, we call it urja. So energy is required to do work. So ability, it is defined as ability to do work. Okay, energy is ability to do work. So if this is your work, that you have to displace this, okay, but you don't have any energy, then will you be able to displace this? No. So the energy means ability to do work. If you have ability, then you will displace. That means if you have energy in you, then you will displace it. Okay, but if you have no energy, then you will be not able to do work. So basic definition of energy is ability to do work. Okay, so now we'll see what is work. So work is nothing but force into displacement. Okay, so I have given you one work, so you have to displace this here. So first of all, if you have energy, that means it is ability to do work. Now what is meant by work? So work is, if I have told you to displace this cap from here to here, what you will do? You will come, you will apply your force, then you will displace it here. Okay, what you did, you applied force, and from this position you moved this cap from this position to this position. That means you applied force to displace this cap. Okay, but I have told you that you have to displace this cap from this position to this position, but you just came here and stood here, and there the displacement is 0, the cap is still here. Then is there any work done? No. So whenever there is displacement, then the work is said to be done. So whenever this cap will move from this position to this position, so there is displacement, so this is work done. If this cap is still here and the person is standing here and the cap is not moving forward, or there is no displacement, then there is no work done. So work done is force into displacement. Okay, now we'll see power. So what is meant by power? Power is nothing but rate at which work is done. So you have understood what is work. Work means it is a displacement due to the force applied. So work is displacement due to the force applied. But if there are two persons, okay, so this person 1, this is the first person, this is the second person. So this first person takes 2 seconds. Okay, this person takes 2 seconds to displace this cap from this position to this position. Okay, but this second person takes 4 seconds. Okay, so to displace this cap from this position to this position, the position of this both or displacement is same, but the time difference is there. Okay, so the first person takes 2 seconds and second person takes 4 seconds. That means rate at which work is done. So the power of first person is more or second person is more? So power of first person is more. Why? Because the less time he took to do the same work, and the work done by the second one, he took 4 seconds. So this is the rate at which work is done. So you have understood these 3 definitions: energy, work and power. So energy is nothing but ability to do work. We call it urja. If we have no energy, then there will be no work done. Okay. So work, what is work? Work is force into displacement. Power is rate at which work is done. So power is nothing but rate at which work is done. So now we'll similarly compare this with our electrical units. So we'll first see electric charge. Okay, so what is electric charge? Amount of current, electric charge is amount of current flowing in conductor. So conductor means the material which carries the current through them, and insulators means they do not allow the flow of electric current. So conductor, they carry the electric current, so current can flow through these materials easily, and insulators, the current will not flow through the insulators. Okay, so what is definition of electric charge? Electric charge is amount of current flowing in a conductor. So the amount, whatever be the amount of current that is flowing through a conductor is called as electric charge. Okay, so now what is electric charge unit? So we are going to see the units in this chapter. So electrical units, mechanical units and heat units. So what is electrical charge unit? Electric charge, electrical charge. So this electrical charge is also given by Q, or its symbol can be given by Q or small q. Okay, and what is the unit of this? Unit is coulomb. You can write it as C also. So this is the unit of electric charge, that is coulomb. Okay, so you have understood electric charge, and electric charge unit is coulomb. Electric charge is nothing but amount of current flowing in a conductor. Okay, now we'll see coulomb. 1 coulomb. Coulomb is unit of electric charge. Whenever the current of 1 ampere, so current that is I, the unit of current is ampere. Okay, so whenever the current of 1 ampere, I will write here, whenever the current of 1 ampere passes in circuit for 1 second, then the charge passed in circuit is 1 coulomb. When we say 1 coulomb, whenever the current of 1 ampere, the current must be of 1 ampere and it must flow for 1 second in an electric circuit. 1 coulomb is called when current of 1 ampere passes in circuit for 1 second, then electrical charge passed in circuit is 1 coulomb. Okay, now how we can write in mathematical form? So coulomb is written in C and electric charge is denoted by Q. So electric charge, that means electric charge Q is equal to current. So here current of 1 ampere passes in circuit for 1 second. So current, that is I, into T for the time, that is 1 second. So what will be the unit of this? Current unit is ampere. So this is ampere, and time, that is in second. So this is the unit, ampere second, of electric charge. Okay, so 1 coulomb is equal to 1 ampere into second. So have you understood this? 1 coulomb electric charge. So electric charge is amount of current flowing in conductor. And what we call 1 coulomb? So 1 coulomb is when the current of 1 ampere. 1 ampere current whenever passes in our circuit for 1 second, then electric charge passed in the circuit is 1 coulomb. Okay. And how we derive this? So electric charge is given by Q, and I is for current and T is for time in seconds. So I is for current, that means unit is ampere and time is second. So this is the mathematical equation. So now moving to the second one. So this is first electric charge. Second one is electrical work done. Okay, so electrical work done. So we here first we understood what is work done. So work done is force into displacement. So here what will be the force and what will be the displacement? So we have to just compare it similarly. So here when a charge is transferred from one point to another through a potential difference, then work is said to be done. I will write here. So when a charge is transferred from one point to another through potential difference, work is said to be done. Okay, so first we saw the work. Work is force into displacement. So displacement here is of charge. Displacement here is of charge, and force means potential difference. We also saw in last chapter that there was a pump for that vessel example. So we provided that pump so that our circuit or the water flows continuously for the continuous water flow. So that pump produce the force, and in our electric circuit batteries produce the force, that means potential difference. So just comparing this, work done is whenever the charge is transferred from one point to other through potential difference, work is said to be done. Okay, have you understood this? So work done is given by W, and unit of work done is joule. Okay, so remember, work done unit is joule, electric charge unit is coulomb. So now here we'll derive the mathematical equation. So work done is given by W is equal to V is for voltage and Q is for charge. So here we displace the electric charge from one point to another through potential difference, that means voltage. This is V. So according to Ohm's law, we know the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. From this we can substitute the value of V here. W is equal to, V's value is I into R from Ohm's law. Okay, are you getting this? So V is equal to IR, we'll substitute the value of V, that is I into R into Q. Okay, from above equation we also know the value of Q. So W will be I into R into I into T. So W is equal to I square RT, or simply we can just substitute the value of Q, that is W is equal to V into Q, value is I into T. Okay, so this is W is equal to V into I into T joules, because work done unit is joule, so we'll write here joule. Okay, now we'll see third, that is electrical power, and unit of electrical power is watt. Okay, so now we'll see what is electrical power. We have seen above what is electrical power. So above we saw electrical power is rate at which work is done. Okay, so now here rate of doing work. So here similarly it is rate of doing work is known as power. So electrical power, that is P, is equal to work done upon time taken to do that work, that is rate of doing work. So what is its unit? So work done unit was, where it is, a work done unit was joules. So work done unit is joule, and time, we measure time in seconds. Okay, so that is joule per second. So now P here, work done is what? Work done is V into I into T, and here time is written as T. So what we did here, we substituted the value of work done from here. Okay, from here. So what is work done? V into I into T. So work done V into I into T, and this time is in second. So here time T. So this T and this T will get cancelled. So P is equal to V into I. Okay, so P is equal to V into I watts. Okay, so the power is product of voltage and current. So power is product of voltage and current, and unit of power is watt. And a watt is smaller unit. So many times they write, or if you have to solve any numerical, then they will give as kilowatt. Okay, kW. They will give as kW, that is kilowatt. So whenever we have to convert kilowatt into watt, that is like this, then what we have to do, just kilowatt we have to convert into watt, then we have to multiply it by 1000. So this will be kilowatt. Okay, so we'll see this in numericals. Okay, so now how we can write power further? So according to Ohm's law, what we'll do, V is equal to IR. From here what we'll do, I is equal to V by R. So P is equal to V, and we'll substitute the value of I. So I is V by R. So P is equal to V square by R. Okay, V square by R, and where R is resistance. Okay, R is resistance. So the formula that you have to remember is Q is for electric charge, and its formula is I into T. Work done, that is W. D is equal to V into Q, and substituting this Q value here, V into I into T. And last one was electric power. So P is equal to V into I, voltage and current. It is product of voltage and current. And substituting the value of current here, what we get, V square by R. So this R is resistance. Okay, so this R is resistance. So electrical energy, so electrical energy is capacity of doing the work, is known as energy. So it is capacity to do work. Okay, its definition as capacity to do work. Okay, so energy is product of power and time. So energy is nothing but it is the product of power and time. So here we can write E is equal to, what is the value of P? that is a power. Power is product of voltage and current, and this is time. So what we did here, we substituted the value of P. P is V into I. We write here. We have written here V into I. We have substituted the value of P here. So now we will discuss about the unit. So energy is equal to V into I into T. So this relation is equal to work done. Yeah. So work done also the relation was similar. Unit will be joule or watt into second. Okay. So now the energy and work done are the same terms. The unit of energy is, watt second. So it is a smaller unit. So okay, this unit is a smaller unit. For energy measurement, bigger unit is generally used. So this is the smaller unit and we use the bigger unit. So this unit is called as board of trade, that is T. This is the unit and it is expressed as kilowatt hour. So this is the small unit, a watt second. Okay, this is the small unit and we generally denote the unit, or we use the unit is kilowatt hour. Okay, so now we'll see the conversion, that is 1 kilowatt hour. So as I said, 1 kilowatt kilo that we have to multiply it by 1000. Okay, so 1 into this 1 is here, kilo we have multiplied it here by 1000 into, to convert this hour into second. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, right? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 1 hour, that means 60 minutes is equal to how many seconds? So this is 3600. So we have to convert this hour into second, that is 3600. So unit will be watt second. Why? Because we have converted this kilo and hour, right? So this will be 36 into 10 raised to 5 watt second. 1 kWh is equal to 36 into 10 raised to 5 watt second. Okay. So this kWh is called unit, or it is said as unit. When we say electrical energy consumption is 10 unit, it means energy consumption is 10 kWh, kilowatt hour. Okay. Now we'll see the examples, then you will understand it clearly. So this is the first example. So we'll read the first example. Find the current taken by a 3 kilowatt heater when working on 250 volt supply. Find also the resistance of heater element. What will be the energy consumption if the heater works for 4 hours? Okay, so first they have we will write here what we have to find. We have to find current. We have to find the resistance. And also energy consumption. Okay, so now they have given us power. They have given power, right? So power, given data is what? So given data is power 3 kW. So we have to convert this kW into W. So as I said, it will be 3 into 1000. This K stands for 1000 watt. Okay, so this is a conversion of power. And now they have given the voltage, that is V is equal to 250 volts. Okay, these are the two data they have given. From this we have to find the current, resistance and energy. So power, what is the formula of power? So formula of power is equal to P into voltage into current. From here we'll be finding the current, right? We know the voltage. Okay, so P divided by V, because this V will come here, equal to I. So P is, what is the value of P? 3 into 1000 divided by voltage is 250. So the answer will be 12 ampere. So current, we found the current, that is 12 ampere. So now we'll find the resistance. Okay, so from the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. We have current, we have voltage. Now V by I is equal to R. So what is V? 250 volt, and current that we have calculated, that is 12. So our resistance, so our R is equal to 20.833 ohm. Unit is, just remember to give the units. Okay, so this is our resistance, we calculated resistance, and now we have to find out energy. So what is the formula of energy? Energy is equal to P into time, power into time. So we know the power. What is power? So power they have given 3 kW, and our unit of energy is kWh. So this is kWh and we have given here kW. So there is no need for the conversion to just watt. So we have to calculate the energy in kilowatt hour. So there is no need to convert this power into watt. So we'll just write here 3. For time period, sorry, here time I have forgot to write. So T is equal to 4. They have given that energy consumption of heater is for 4 hours. So we know the time, that is 4. And here R, there is no need to change or convert it into seconds, because our energy unit is kWh, that is kilowatt hour. So we'll write here same, and it will be, our energy consumption will be 12 kWh. Okay. So now second example. So lamp A is rated as 250 volt 100 watt, and the lamp B is rated as 250 volt 200 watt. So what they have given? V, voltage. There are two lamps. So we'll first write here lamp A and lamp B. So what is the voltage of lamp A? That is 250 volts. And what is the power they have given? So just remember on units. So watt is unit of power. Okay. So watt is unit of power. So this is power, that is 100 watt. And for lamp B, V is 250 volt, same, and power is 200 watt. If these lamps are connected in series and second one is parallel, so what we have to find? Find current, that is I. Take the supply voltage of the both as 250, and supply voltage we have to take as 250 volts. So we'll first draw the diagram. So I'll draw here. So here they have given the lamp A, lamp B. So they are given a voltage 250 volt of lamp A and power is 100. Lamp B voltage is 250 and power is 200 watts. And they are said to find us current in each case, that is series and parallel, and supply voltage they are given as 250 for the both the lamps. Okay, so now first we'll draw the diagram. So for first, that is a series, there are two lamps connected in series. Okay, so this is the diagram. So this is A and this is B lamp, and supply voltage they are given 250 volts. Okay, now second one is parallel. So this will be the diagram. Okay, so this is 250 volt supply. Okay, now we must know the resistance to calculate this series and this parallel connection. So from this what we'll do, we'll find out the resistance of these lamps. So we know the power and formula of power. What is the formula of power? Power is equal to V square by R. So from here we'll find R of both the lamps. For lamp A, P is equal to, for lamp A voltage is 250 square divided by, we are finding here resistance, and power is 100. From here we are calculating the value of R. So V square is 250, they are given here 250, and power is 100, so I have substituted here. So this is for lamp A, so we'll write here RA. So resistance of RA is 265 ohm. And then lamp B, so same formula for lamp B, RB, I'll write here RB. So voltage for lamp B is 250 and power is 200. So after calculating, resistance will be, so this is the resistance of B. So we have calculated the resistance. So they have given here 250 volt supply voltage. So they have given here voltage. We have calculated the resistances. So this is 625 and this is 312.5. Okay, so now we'll see for the series connection. They have told us to find the current. Okay, now we know for the series connection, total resistance is this RA, this will be RA and this will be RA plus RB. So we'll substitute the values here, 625 plus 312.5. So the total resistance will be this. Okay, so now they have told us to calculate the current. So we know the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. From this, I is equal to V by R. So from here we'll calculate the current. So voltage they have given, take supply voltage in both the cases, that is series and parallel, 250 volts. So we have written here 250. So 250 divided by, what is resistance? We have to calculate the total resistance. So we have calculated here, this is the total resistance. So we'll divide it here. So our current is 0.266 ampere. So this is for series connection, we have calculated the current. And now for parallel connection, so this is RA and this is RB. So we know the values of RA and RB. So this is 265 and this is 312.5. So now in parallel connection, how we calculate? So this is in point and this is in whole number, so it will be difficult to match the base. So what we'll do, so we'll calculate it separately. That means current IA, for this resistance IA we know the voltage and this is the resistance we know. So for Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. From here we are calculating I, that is V by R. Here this is 250 divided by 625, that is we substituted the value of voltage, that is 250 volts, and resistance, that is 625, that is IA. From here we calculated IA, that is 0.4 ampere, and IB will be V is equal to IR. From here V by R. So what is voltage? Here is 250 divided by resistance is 312.5. So calculating or solving this, we get answer as 0.8 ampere. So total current, what we have to do, add this two. Okay, so add these two currents, that is 0.4 plus 0.8, that will be 1.2 ampere. Okay, so these are the currents in series and this is in parallel. Okay, now to the next example. Calculate the energy consumption. So we have to calculate the energy consumption for the month of April. Okay, so we have to calculate energy that has been consumed for the month of April for the following loads. Find the bill at rate for 0.75 per unit. That means 1 unit cost us 0.75. Okay, so first we'll calculate the energy. So what is the formula of energy? Energy E is equal to P into T. So but they have given here power and working days, that is working for 4 hours. Okay, so this is the formula of our energy, power into time. So we'll first make write this data in tabular form. So they have given there are lamps, electric heater, TV, iron and fan. So what is formula of energy, power into time? So here I will write here power and this is time. Okay, so 2 lamps and here what will do quantity. So they have given power 2 lamps. So the quantity of lamps is 2 lamps, each of 100 watt. So this is the power, that is 100 watt, working for 4 hours a day. So they are working for, time is 4 hours. Electric heater of 1 kilowatt. So that is 1 and kilo, that stands for 1000. Okay, 1 kilowatt and for 2 hours. So this is 2 hours and quantity is 1 because they have not mentioned here electric heater, so it is single. So now TV set of 60 kW. So the quantity is 1 and only 60 watts. So this is 60 and for the time 4 hours a day. Electric iron of 500 watt working for half hour, so time is half hour and quantity is 1. Now fan of 40 watts, so this is 40 watts working for 6 hour and quantity is 1. Okay, so we have made the tabular form. So now what we have to do, we have to find out the energy of each one. So we know the formula, power into time, but here quantity is 2, so we have to multiply it by 2. So here energy in watt hour. So what is the energy in watt hour? So energy formula is P into T. So we know here power is here and time is here. So power is energy is equal to 100 into 4 and quantity is 2. Okay, so we'll find this, that is 800. Now this 1000 into 2, that is 2000. Then 60 into 4, that is 240. This is a 500 into half. This is why, because time they have mentioned here half hour, and this will be 250, and here 40 into 6, that is 240. What I did, I mentioned the given data in tabular form. So this is the power, this is time, and this is the quantity, and power is equal to P into T. So I have multiplied by this, and the quantity they have given here 2. So I have multiplied here by 2. So this all are in quantity 1. So there is no need to multiply here by 1. The answer will be same. So what we have to do, we have to just add this all. So our answer will be 3530. What we have to do, we have to add this all. So this our answer is in watt hour. Now what we have to do, so this watt hour we have to convert it in kilowatt hour. So what we'll do to convert this in kilowatt hour, just we have to divide it by 1000. So our answer will be 3.530 kilowatt hour. Okay, so now what we have to find? Energy consumption of April month. So this is our energy consumption of 1 day. So we have calculated this for 1 day. Now what we have to do? For 1 day it is 3.530, and in April month there are how many days? There are 30 days. So we have to find of 30 days. So we have to multiply it by 30. So what will be our answer? 30 into 3.530, that is 105.9 kWh. So this is unit. So this we can write this as unit. So unit is a whole number, so it is not in point. So we will write 106 because it's 9 digit up to. So we'll write here 106 units. So in question they have given here single unit cost us 0.75 rupees. Okay, so for 1 unit cost us 0.75, then we have to find for 106 units. So we have to multiply it by this. So 106 into 0.75, that is in rupees 79.50. So this is our bill of April month. Okay. So is there any problem or is there any example that you have not understood? Please comment in comment section below. Okay.